Stop with your booze.
Take me to the admin city.
Just be behaving yourself, lads, alright? Oh, holy shit.
Look at the TV. I will soon be on TV, boys. I will soon be on TV. Be back.
I thought you weren't getting Oh, by the way, guys, want to see Magical Portal?
What?
Ah, Magnus. Who is this? No, that's not Magnus. Where's Magnus? What the fuck? What the hell?
I'm not coming back here again. Mistake. What? I can't hear you because of the fucking, you know, the ear rape sounds of CP fucking voice coder.
Time.
Okay, right. Nice one.
Help!
Beanies.
Can you fly? Can you fly? How do we fly?
Wait, is my vocoder working?
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah.
Okay, I guess my vocoder is actually working. That's good.
Wait, he's using a voice
Oh
changer.
no, please no voice changes. Please no, for the love of God.
So you
Yeah,
need to
we
make sure you
activate
don't know
CP
why.
there, indeed, yeah. Alright, come on, boys.
Steve, which team
Wait,
speak are you?
listen, listen up, listen up, listen up,
What
listen
team
up.
speak?
Hey, don't do this. Sing the sounds all the time. Don't minge around, okay? You can explore the map if you would like to, but
Jawohl.
just don't minge around, okay?
Sir, yes sir.
Overwatch is all off limits.
I don't minge around, thank you. Just sing along. I good march, 1, 2,
No, wait,
3,
I'm good.
march. Oh, Tsanda, you're such a poo-poo boy. No, we're marching, like, we're just marching around. We don't have any face, it's
What did you
we just want to march, we're just going to march because we're the civil protection, Wolf Ludwig, come on, we can do this.
Yes.
Someone just called
Hey,
another
you
judge,
like my
did
sexy
someone just
voice?
call a judge? No.
This is going to be...
Hold on alt to walk slow. Hold on alt if you're fine, then you can walk slow.
No.
Or just do the glitch. Just look at me, look at me. You can just do the glitch. Wait. Just listen to right back.
That moonwalk.
Yeah, just
It
laser.
should be against the rules, not gonna lie. We got a nigga over here.
Puppy.
Yo, get on the wall.
You will unblock. Magnus told me to put that in my name, but it doesn't. You will unblock. Oi!
What is wrong with your name? Your URL is blocked.
Boy, this voice changer so gay.
I'm still trying to perfect my vocoder. I know it sounds a little weird, but I can't seem to find any better effect.
Reminder, it doesn't matter, any voice change is cringe.
The continuation of the human species rests in the hands of the Universal Union. It's up to us to maintain the bond.
Okay, man, the training is starting in 22 minutes. The developers are still
Sorry,
working
I
on
can't
the
hear
offer
you over
library
the
round.
fucking
Why are you
Voice
surrounding me?
colder, e-rape.
There's still a little bit. The developers are still a little bit working on the things because there are some things glitched or bugged right now. So I assume we can just explore the city a bit if you to. At least you don't call a judgment waiver. Everything will be fine. I mean,
Oh, okay, yes, sir. Did I just fucking steal his Airwatch to the mouth? Am I fucking invisible?
oh, that's a glitch. That's a glitch.
Bruh.
Hello, floating thing. Why are you looking so
So we
weird?
don't talk about
Hey, fuck off.
it. We don't want to break the silence again.
Fuck off, don't touch my move.
The silence.
I don't have commission.
Go!
Nice one.
Everyone who breaks the rules
I think it
is
should be.
getting put in the
Things are
rule
still
book.
getting fixed.
Dude, where's Mr. Developer? Mr. Developer.
Come. Yeah.
Wait, Han, are you in CP?
Yes, I'm right in front of you.
Misclick.
Kill yourself, you easy bugger. Recipe.
Someone fucking help me, I'm stuck.
Hello, I'm back, motherfuckers. What the fuck? Get the fuck away.
Shadow.
Why is he hitting me? Stop hitting me.
Who's this? Is this?
Boys, I got him. I got him. He's dead.
What the fuck? Nice. Something that should be removed.
Be quick.
Right, this should be a lesson for you.
far.
Yeah, but you don't prop kill Pluto.
Pluto, stop.
So just behave yourself, okay? Anyway, about the Lua error logs, Worm is editing the server whilst it's live, so if stuff just happens for no explained reason, blame him. Yeah, he is a good dev. I'm not just waiting that. I'm just saying that if anything happens, then it's most likely him because he's editing the server live. I'm still waiting for other people. We've set it to start at a designated time. It will start then.
Oh my god, the vocoder starting and ending in What?
Say pick up that can.
Hey, stop this madness. Stop. Stop bullying each other. Bully. Hey, what the fuck are you, fucking piece of shit?
Reminder to all residents of City 24. The unification of... Reminder to all residents of City 24. The Universal Union is a civilized authority that works in the best interest of our society and species.
I mean, I was standing here all the time, but I thought I might as well change my name so everyone can recognize me for now. Good day, everyone.
What's up, man?
Ah, yes, you beta access.
Why is it taking pictures of... Oh, look!
That's it's cameras, yeah.
Magnus, can you win to... Can you give me more...
Mark, basically I want everyone to be equal when we start off.
I
know, but I want everyone to be equal when we start off.
What are we talking about?
Equal if I say it.
hell is this?
This will be interesting, my friend. I don't like the company.
Attention all residents of City 24.
Magnet.
Due to the actions of French elements, hourly intake of rationing has been temporarily suspended. Attention all working residents of City 24. Your scheduled work session is ready for completion. Please proceed to the respective warehouse for task assignment. Reminder to all residents of City 24. The continuation of the human species rests in the hands of the Universal Union. It is up
Okay,
to us to maintain the bond.
everyone line up here.
Everybody line up.
Here.
Do your part,
Everyone line
taking
up
our
here.
species
Everyone line up
to
here.
the stars.
Shut the fuck up, Vankala. You also
Shut the
line
hell
up. Come
up,
on,
yo.
move it.
Line up.
Line up. Move it. Line up. Line up. Line up.
Who's this guy? Hi. Hello, can you line? Hello, you line up there.
Why the fuck there's a Team Fortress 2?
Alright, could everyone who needs to be, please line up on that side? We're just slowly making sure everyone is present and that I can kind of write down who is not and who could not be here.
We got a mensch here. He should be removed.
Stop
Look
pushing
who is
me up.
speaking. Look who is speaking. Come on.
I'm not
Okay,
pushing
better.
anyone. I'm standing still.
Yes. Everyone left face. They actually did it. Wow. I feel powerful.
Alright, so we'll quickly be doing is for now, I mean, it's not time yet, right? But you,
Stop, Nazis. Fuck off.
you're doing great.
Hello,
What we'll be
Mr.
doing for now is I'll do a quick roll call just to see everyone who's present, and that way we can kind of tell what we can be doing right now, as well as the fact that I'll know that who's currently lining up very well. So Alright, gentlemen, so given that you guys wrote down some names during your interview, I shall be just naming those. You don't have to specifically name yourself that right now, but it'll just help me currently. Okay, well, yeah. It'll help me just organize things right now. No one called La Cousteau. It's fine, it's fine. Alright, we'll just move on. First up, when you say present, just say affirmative, so 10-4 in the chat. Exactly. First up. Yeah, that's it, very good. Now, we'd appreciate quietness for now. First up, Weenie. I know for a fact that Weenie is here, so... So, is Weenie here now? Just making sure.
Yes.
Alright, good. You can just use voice chat, I'm fine with that, I don't mind. So, up next, Weenie is fine. Wilrick?
Yeah.
Jonah? Wait, was Jonah here? Right. Yeah, fun, good. Mom?
Who are you guys?
Alright. Gaming Goomba?
Yep.
Could everyone just line up over here, please, on this side? And remove the models, please. As I mentioned before,
Get a
keep in
basic
mind that right
model,
now
don't have a
everyone
fucking
is
top hat.
equal.
Yeah, don't have a top hat to go there, get a basic model. Come on. Sorry, didn't mean to do that.
So there's one issue, there are two Dans, two people who requested themselves to be called Dan. So I know that I have Boris Mercer, who is one of the Dans. So Boris.
Anyway, so slight change. So okay, why are people running away?
He's AFK, man.
No, see. Oh yeah, just do it. Oh, that's okay. So a slight change, right? We told you that you're gonna be getting nicknames in character. No, you're gonna just be getting numbers. Now, we're gonna obviously not refer to you as your numbers out of character. So the names that you currently have out of character that are written on the spreadsheet, we're gonna, you know, you can get new ones basically afterwards. since it should be easier for us to contact you out of character, so we don't have to remember your actual numbers. Actually, I'm gonna come in that inspection and give you.
Is everyone in TeamSpeak?
Oh, okay. If you're in the lobby, find Magnus somewhere and poke him.
It's actually Winter. Winter's the name on TeamSpeak.
Yeah, Winter. Like
What the fuck is that? That seems like a fucking turkey. Look at that.
Yeah, don't we all?
That's some zone.
I'll just quickly continue with
you're
the roll call
connecting
in
with
the
the same
meantime.
TeamSpeak account.
Okay. So we have.
Alright, can you go into your...
But,
I'm assuming you're
so
using a
Boris was
bookmark.
here,
You're
am I
going to your
correct?
bookmarks. And then...
User
Which
was joined
identity?
your
Then
channel.
Dan.
Don't forget to put the identity or fuck me tags.
Worm, shut up. Sorry, Propane, shut up.
Alright, the other Dan is not here. We have Strider.
Strider.
User left your channel.
Come on, Strider, step forward.
Strider not here.
You absolute beast.
Descom.
Yeah, and suddenly he just appears over the Nexus on his
Can you stop having a fucking like? I swear to God, we're gonna start kicking people out. Like, if you can't be serious even now, we can't expect you to be serious in the game when the server releases, can we?
Voice changer is odd.
literally.
Are we using voice changers going forward?
Ghost.
We can if you want to.
If you want, you can use them in game, but for now on TeamSpeak, please don't do it because it's fucking annoying.
Skull not here. Alright. Kutsu.
Did you just call me?
Alright. No, I did not. Gibril. Gibril absent. Spectre. Spectre is absent. Wolf. Yaga. Yaga is absent. Trevor. Trevor is absent. Eru. Okay, cool, thank you. Eru, not present. Alright, not present. Then Begamot,
Present.
Schnee,
Present.
Barney, Frankie. Frankie is absent. Heck. Sryan. Absent. Pluto. Alright, has your name not been named? Anybody else? Anyone's name that has not been named? Alright, Idan. Okay, cool. Well, NST, I think you might have been Eru. That might be possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, ERU. It's fine. Like, it's just a nickname, or like it's just something that we use.
User
back then,
joined
so
your
it's fine.
channel.
We
I
can
pressed
always
tab,
change
but now I
that.
can't move.
Alright,
Okay.
so that means
Bottom.
that we have.
Wait a second, Winter.
I've written everyone down, at least. Yep.
Is everyone in TeamSpeak?
At least
Is there anyone that is currently not in TeamSpeak?
Yeah, asking it on TeamSpeak was probably not the most intelligent
Just
thing
making
to say.
sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's not
Yeah,
in
yeah,
generally here, so yeah, okay. So having in mind everyone's in TeamSpeak, right?
Alright, nice.
Don't break formation. We're gonna start with some general notes. Like, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff on a server, like character, inventory, and all of that. They're all a very beta version. Now, obviously, due to our great developer over here, we're gonna have a great game mode now with a complete custom framework. Though, the idea is, right now this is just the skeleton of it. So most of the features won't look like this and won't work like this. It's just like a beta version of it, so we can kind of have a general idea of how they look like while we do the base coding. So the more, the interface and all of that, is gonna be a lot of bugs. Now, if you see bugs, right, if you for some reason go into inventory or into anything and you look at them, right, now this is pre-alpha, like this is kind of like a pre-alpha. Now this is actually just a general framework so we can work around it and start building. Now, if you find any bugs, you can always report them in the CP channel now, because while we know about most of them, I mean, again, there's always a chance that we don't know about one. So that's the thing. But as a general idea, I mean, again, this is not how the game is gonna look. This is just, again, a very beta version. Stop crouching. Now it's very important to note. Now we're gonna go over some general behavior notes about how the CP is gonna be. Then we're gonna change your names. And then we're gonna start doing some actual basic training. Yeah, so how the CP is gonna work. So our server is way more civilian based than World War Twins Towers. Now most of we are from World War Twins Towers. So there won't be please don't type in chat, please don't break formation, just stop. So yeah, so there will be a military aspect to it, so some formations and phases, though it's going to be very rudimentary. It's more of, so we can have some very basic organization within the CP. So the CP won't be expected to know a lot of formations. However, there's going to be a lot of other stuff that you're supposed to know, especially how to behave. While the servers are not as serious as Clockwork, CPs should be at least 90% as serious as the CPs in Clockwork. While there is voice chat, you should refrain from using it most of the time, and you should just type. And when you really need to speak, ideally have a voice changer. Now, obviously, you're going to be given voice changers after this. It is just to, again, increase the atmosphere and, again, to make you look more powerful to citizens. That's, again, how you're supposed to feel. That's what makes Half-Life feel like Half-Life.
Joined your channel.
Now, again, I must make it very clear that while the game mode overall is going to be significantly less serious than Clockwork, civil protection and OTA won't be. It's going to be civil workers union and civilians that are going to be less serious in some aspects, but CPs are supposed to be as serious as it gets and are supposed to be always in character. Now, it's not going to be serious in the sense of you're going to have to do a 50-line /me for everything. Now, obviously, there's people who enjoy that. I personally enjoy that type of RP, but that's not going to be what you're expected to do. There won't be, the combat is going to be shoot to kill, like normal combat. That's why formations are important, because it's not roleplay combat, so you actually have to be efficient at it. there's not going to be /roll. I mean, they will exist on a server. So if you encounter someone who wants to do /roll RP with you and you want to do it as well, you can do it. Though the server won't enforce it, and you're expected to do, just very basic /mis and mostly, just interact with people in a more direct manner through actual, chat and actual server actions rather than /mis, because many players won't be up to. Many players won't be up to that type of roleplay. Again, we always appreciate serious roleplay, so people actually taking the time to do /roll RP or /mis that are more in depth, but it won't be the standard for the average players. Now, what the fuck, man? Now, please stop doing that. Now, to continue for that, again, what is very important in server is that the main difference between this and the other servers in WG is that everyone's going to be supposed to be in character at all points. So there's not going to be all of that, semi out of character in character banter. And when you're on the server, you're supposed to act as an actual CP. So there isn't. This is like World War II, where
User
you
joined
can
your channel.
be a bit mimi. No, yeah, that's a very bad idea, Sebastian. Don't. So it won't be like in World War II, where you can get away with being a bit mimi, a bit having a laugh around. You're gonna be treated as a CP by your superiors, and you're gonna get harshly punished if you act retarded. Also, while PKs aren't a big thing in the game mode, CPs who act outrageously retarded are gonna get PK'd rather than demoted and pushed down. So again, you're part of the more serious side of the server. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So especially because many people come from World War II and Star Wars from here, and those servers aren't particularly incredibly serious and in character, so that's something we have to set very clear that this won't be, the level of seriousness in World War II. While again, it's important to note that it won't be as serious as not script or clockwork. It will still be serious roleplay. Perhaps not to the standards of someone who plays proper clockwork RP, but to the standards of a normal Gmod player, it is gonna be serious, and you're gonna be expected to stay in character. Now, names. Now, the way names are gonna look is like mine. Now, all of you are 07s currently, so you're gonna be getting this name. And you're all 07s and union units, so you have to enter a 4-digit number in here. I'm just gonna put 0000. This is how your names are supposed to look. You can go and start changing them. You can change them by going into tab menu, characters, change your name and all of that. You might have to respawn. That might be a pain in the ass. Again, the system is still in the beta.
Everyone respawns. You can do it by pressing
respawn
tab.
and come back here.
Tab and then character and then change your name.
Yeah, but you respawn here, so it's fine. So change your names to that. Obviously, get special numbers. Try not to get the same numbers as someone else.
Gotta switch now?
Yeah, switch your names now.
Nice. Yo, can I get my platinum VIP? Can't do shit on TeamSpeak. It's not working.
Winter, I don't have you on Steam for some reason.
Alright, I've just loaded in.
Yeah, I can change my name. I'm getting error.
Yes,
Yeah,
remember the
description we have.
The description, you don't have to make the description yet. We're gonna give you, because again, the description is still in the works. I mean, the names is probably good. I mean, you're probably not gonna have those characters when the server meeting, I'm gonna lie, but I mean, so the descriptions, you don't have to have them now. They're only there.
I mean, Sid, if I could just raise a point real quick.
Yes.
I can't CPs are usually meant to be anonymous, which is why generalized descriptions are usually the best way to go.
Yeah, exactly, because...
yeah, at most your descriptions should have something along the lines of your build, so if you're athletic, if you're chubby, etc, etc.
Yeah, no, basically
your
what
height
your
and
description
your
as
vocoder
a CP is gonna describe is simply how you look like, and that's gonna be very generalized. It's gonna describe your uniform. The only slight variables might be, again, your build, your general weight, and your height. That's the only thing that's gonna differ. Obviously, all of you are probably gonna have a minimum height and a minimum, build. Like, you won't be able to be like a skinny 1m60 man, because you wouldn't be accepted in the CP to begin with. So everyone in the CP is gonna be relatively well built, especially compared to the average.
The names are wrong, by the way. Everyone's got URL blocked.
I can't move.
Yeah, why do we have URL blocked?
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know what I meant to have my name is because it said CP URL blocked.
What's our
What do you
first
mean?
tab? I can't move.
Yeah, it's due to.
I can't change my name.
full
The
stops.
sensor
Can
doesn't
you
like.
move it in the
fucking-
team league chat? This is what our name's meant to be.
How about we put a colon where the dot is?
Yeah.
I mean, they work well for me.
It's because you
You're
got
probably
stuff.
super admin or something, yeah.
Yeah, it's because you got stuff.
So, what is the issue currently? What do you say if you go into the scoreboard?
No, with the
No,
scoreboard,
if you
the
type
person
into
see
chat
everything,
with
but
the
in
name
chat,
in the
like,
format that you defined, it says URL blocked, and I'm assuming it's some kind of URL protection thing.
That's gonna be fixed. Worm, are you here? Worm, can you hear me?
He's muted.
Yeah. That's gonna get fixed in the future. Now, let's see what might be the issue.
can I express something that I really don't like, or can be easily exploitable to a cancerous level? This is cancer. Looking game.
Yeah, no, we're gonna fix stuff like fucking. Again, like. Having in mind we're building a framework from the ground, I think you understand we didn't have time to remove the emojis from the server. I'm pretty sure you can even put sprays on the floor. Yeah, stop chatting in chat. Okay, we're gonna have to do a slight change to the names for now because
Wouldn't
turns
a
out.
dash work instead of a dot?
Yeah, so you know where you have the dot between
can I get the
C24 and
content back?
Union, just put a hyphen between it. Like, you know,
User
as you
was
have
moved
between
to your
Union and
channel.
the rank. I'm actually gonna put the thing in chat so you all have the same thing. Something of this sort.
I will test a little bit with the names.
Yeah,
to
it
see.
works. Yeah.
Obviously, don't copy in there. You have SQL.
Oh god,
Don't
the
put
fuck is this now?
Your channel was edited.
What do we put in the description?
Nothing for now.
I think
It
you have to
doesn't-
do.
yeah, you got the description. It doesn't.
So
like,
just
you
do
have-
an exterior one. So how Talia, if you think you're raised.
I can't change my name though.
I mean, who cares about
Transfer from
for now?
City 69.
Boys. If you wanted to try and change your name and it's not saving, instead of hitting save, hit save and select.
Yeah,
but
but when I go to characters, I can't like
we
say.
spawn, but we still have the old name.
I don't know. How do I change my model?
I'm getting
when I-
Lua error.
Press
every
F4
time I
now.
try to-
But
Just
when
press
I
F4
try
and
to
then-
change my name,
Oh.
so you go on the characters, right? And then I can't change.
By the way, probably to just 2 lines because last time we had like 3 lines.
Oh, there we are.
2 ranks.
I think I'm missing a lot of stuff.
And I
If you're on
can't,
people said just.
I can't even click the characters menu.
Well, you go into formations, go into third person, so you can see, for example, there's a gap in the back that should be filled by the people in there.
Okay, I can't.
Like this guy
I
over
can't,
here in
I
the
can't
back
use the
should
character menu now.
fill the gap.
I cannot change
You
my
can
name. I
press
can't.
tab.
It doesn't
Me
work.
too.
For
Yeah, I was trying.
Fill the gap.
I'm unable to empty
Yeah, move to your right, come on. Finally.
Like go into third person and fix the fucking formation.
Also, where am I meant to go to the formation?
Like when I try to change my name, I
Go to the
can't
Nexus,
save it
Frankie.
anywhere.
I mean, it's fine for now. It's still something that we're working on anyway. So
Change your name
it's
to
not.
something like mine. You
Yeah.
Oh, but how?
go into your character and then
How?
My character screen is broken.
Well, yeah, something
Press-
that has to do with the bind actually.
press tab and then it'll be in.
I press tab.
Drop-downs
I
there.
don't see anything. I'm missing some content back or something.
Where are you? I'm gonna follow this person. Who are you?
I'll go get him.
3827. Oh,
No,
there's
cheers.
people over here.
Is there a content pack or something?
Yeah, linked in Discord.
Oh, in Discord.
Yeah, you know the CP chat.
I never saw it.
Bro, open your eyes, boy.
Why are you telling him to open his ass?
Yeah, bro, I'm
Stop
ready. Come on,
speaking.
bro.
Like, can you guys stop speaking? From now on, whoever speaks out of line for absolutely no reason gets demoted.
Alright, so it seems like most people are back, right? Just making sure. Alright, cool.
Again, the actual models are still being created. Those are just placeholders as well.
Basically everything is. That's just something you guys don't really need to worry about, but we do want to bring you into the server anyway to do a proper training, and also just to inform everyone, maybe, for example, if there's still are questions, but also to have a bit of a team effort together right now, for everyone to meet each other, as well as see what the team speak is like as well. But it's also important for, especially for us right now, to make sure that all of you realize that you are the zero protection, and that means that you are going to be the key factor to one of the successes of our server, given the fact that we want to go for a higher quality RP than most people might be used to in general when it comes to Gary Smart. So your reasons and the way that you behave yourselves around the city and together is vital. And I would like for all of you to take that as seriously as you can. And of course, we'll also be there to ensure that that happens, because if you don't, we don't hesitate to get rid of people as well, given that we have probably 40 other people who would be extremely willing to join and be part of the CPs as well.
To make it clear, the people who are going to be outstandingly good today are going to start getting promoted to, like, higher enlisted man rank. Like, we're going to call them, enlisted man ranks, so people can answer, like, higher, lower ranks in a sense. And also those people are going to be put in leadership roles in the future. And, then the people who are outstandingly good are going to be picked to OTA if they have Platinum VIP and if they want to join OTA. People who are very good and serious might actually, will also be the ones who can get specializations, like becoming Reed or Helix or Judge. So people would get demoted because we have a lot of people that would want to join CP. So from now on, people who keep speaking out of line or breaking formation or talking in TeamSpeak or, overall just acting as, not being even serious now for the first time are going to be removed. Because when the server gets open, then you guys are the first CPs on the server. You're going to be the ones setting the note for how CPs are going to be on the server from then to the end of the server. So if we start on a good note with serious CPs and, active CPs and, people who do their job and stay in character and roleplay well, that's how civil protection is going to be afterwards. If we have, people who minge around and don't take it seriously and aren't active and so on, that's how the CPs are going to be afterwards.
Additionally, as some of you might already know, for now I'm going to be in charge of civil protection, and that means that most of the ranks that will be given and will be passed on will be discussed by all of the SMT, but I'll be the final judge on it. Now, I've already been thinking for a long time about the selection procedure of ranks, and therefore I want to emphasize the fact that I'm currently looking for a combination of several types of people. There are people that I already know will perform well. However, I don't want to be biased in any sense, and therefore I want to do everything I can to ensure that I do have a mix. Because of course I need people I can rely on in the beginning. However, that does not mean that, for example, if you started as an enlisted man right now, you can't be interchanged with the CO later on. The reason for this is because in the beginning I'm going to need to have people to rely on, but I also need people who know their law. And usually those are kind of going against each other. Given that many people that I know are part of other servers and might not have a lot of law knowledge. However, keep in mind, so if you, for example, are enlisted men right now, if somebody else is a CO in the beginning, like a squad leader or whatever, anything can still happen depending on how you act as soon as the server starts. If you are there grinding hours, showing amazing performance, then I will be easily moving you upwards, because that's what we need. Those are the people that will be setting the tone, as mentioned as well. So don't hesitate to showcase your perseverance when we start in the server, because I'm entirely willing to move everything around, especially in the beginning, because that's going to be what matters in the end. There will be people who might not enjoy the server, people who love the server, and that is going to be setting itself when it does. And therefore, I want to make sure that I can make the best judgment that I can for not just the CPs, but also for the entirety of the server.
Okay.
All right?
also as an idea of what type of people we're looking for. So we're looking for the following types of people. Now, obviously, for higher ranks like 06 and 05, we're gonna be looking for simply people who are, have shown to be, serious and be good CPs, and that's gonna be that. But besides that, we're looking for people, for example, for Helix, we're looking for people who actually want to do proper medical roleplay. For Grid, we're looking for people who actually want to do that type of roleplay. For Judge, we want people who are actually incredibly serious and are good for that type of roleplay. We want people who, first of all, have leadership skills, and second of all, have lore knowledge. And especially people who have played Half-Life roleplay in the past. We're not taking PTS for now, wait a moment. So it's gonna be a matter of, there's some people that we already know, as Winter said, that are, we know they have good lore knowledge, we know they have experience in other servers, we know they have good leadership skills, but again, we're not gonna be giving them an easier time than anyone else. Obviously, we're gonna looking after them because we know for a fact they will be doing a good job, but they will be not getting free promotions. Again, everyone has equal chances to the same ranks and to be demoted. That's what I want to emphasize. Yes, 2442. You asked for PTS.
There'll be different divisions. Will we be able to choose which ones we go into?
The way we're gonna be working it is gonna be it's not gonna act like it's not gonna be different divisions in that they're gonna. Can that guy? Okay, can you stop spinning around? Wait, what's that? 2265. Okay. So basically, the way other divisions would work. So Grid, Helix, and Judge is gonna be. You're still gonna be part of the same command structure. It's just that there's gonna be, again, first you're gonna be doing other stuff, and there is gonna be somewhat of a separate command structure within the bigger command structure of the CP for those units. Though generally speaking, there won't be different divisions for each one of them because it's hard to manage and dysfunctional. There is gonna be one big CP that gets managed in one pyramid or as a
So
command
it's more like
structure.
specializations in that sense.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a specialization. It's still gonna be like as much of a CP as a union, and most people are gonna stay as a union. Most high ranks especially will be union, but at the same time, you're gonna be doing special stuff. So while someone, patrols might be composed based on, trying to have a helix with them or checkpoints and so on. So you're gonna be doing different stuff from the average unit while still being under the command of the same people. Okay, we're taking those two PTSs and then moving on to the actual training. So 4950.
Hey, do we have any kind of documented structure or any kind of list of requirements that we'd need to be in each like? I guess it's kind of like a regimental thing.
Yes,
Like, do we have
it's
anything
all gonna be given
documented?
to you. Yes, there is documented stuff. All of the documents are gonna be given towards the end.
We have a lot of knowledge, like things that we've been working on with the writers team, and that is still being worked on. But we'll be giving you the handbook, the code of conduct, as well as punishments and loyalty points at the end of it. Also for you guys to already study, have a look at things, because it's basically the access to all of the basic civil protection files that we have. And of course, they're not entirely set yet. However, they already provide the base that we do need.
Thank you.
So that's PTS gone. Now I'm gonna pull out of Winter for a second. CPT set yes tags not yet.
User was moved out of your channel.
Is anybody else not able to access their character screen to change their name?
What do you mean?
I can't
Like,
get on the server.
I can't get into the character screen.
I can't change my name either.
My character screen is just invisible.
Like, I can see my character screen, but it's
What do you mean?
I can only. It's just
Are they-
name, first and last description, and then I can
Save it and then save and select.
I can't. I don't have the option to save it. Honestly.
Reconnect.
Yeah,
No,
try
just save
reconnect
and
thing.
select.
You should be able to. You should be able to select /create if you've not created one already, and then it'll take you in to be able to choose your name, put your description, etc. in, and then you can save and select.
I mean, at this point, don't just reconnect. It will be a pain.
Yeah.
I can't even click onto my character screen. Press tab and do everything else, but Can't even do everything else. Can't go into settings. Can't go into skill tree. I can't go into crafting. I can go into the inventory and I can go into the scoreboard and that's it. And I can press return. A pigeon.
User joined your channel. User was moved to your channel.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen. So as we know, this is a Half-Life server, and the thing is, we'll be starting off with something that might not be entirely Half-Life, but that is one of the only ways that I can currently help you guys focus and make sure that we slowly get into the atmosphere of seriousness. And that will be Faces and Formations. It'll be very quick. It's not meant to be part of the CP as a base, because we know that this is more military RP. We know that the civil protection units won't be using that by default. It's just something that we do want everyone to know and expect to know, but there's no emphasis on anything of Faces or Formations. It's just something to help people get organized when we are, for example, here at the Nexus, things like that. That's why we're doing it. But for now, to see how everyone is doing, I'll do some faces first. Okay, so in CPs, for now, we'll be using the faces that are left face, right face, about face, and front face. There are no other faces appointed. Is there anyone unaccustomed to regular faces? If so, you may speak, that's fine. I know, don't worry, it's not something that will be part of the server as a major thing. It's just something to organize people. It's not meant to be the thing we'll mainly do. Well, yeah, it's not clockwork. That's the thing.
It's not clockwork or Helix. Here you're actually supposed to be a well-organized combat force, because you're actually going to have resistance who has weapons. You're actually going to be fighting people who have, a chance at killing you. The idea is, if, in clockwork you do /me to fight people. So, I mean, yeah, that's good roleplay, but on the server we actually need to be an organized fighting force that's efficient in killing people, because otherwise we're not going to be able to, do a good job. Yeah, I know clockwork is not just /me. I mean, there are servers have shit to kill, but still, it's more RP based. In here, combat's actually going to be combat.
All right, is everyone ready to get started? Everyone knows what it is, at least. So we'll just see how things go. All right, there's nothing really to be worried about in that sense. So, left face. Right face. About face.
Do about face over the right shoulder.
Yes. And front face. Front face also would be traditionally, if you are standing in any direction, preferably turning towards either the shoulder side, depending on where you're standing, or right shoulder preferably as well.
Yeah, so
okay.
About face and front face over the right shoulder.
Well, no, like the shorter side or the right shoulder, basically. Because sometimes, if, for example, if I'm standing like this and the front will be in that direction, I'm not going to turn like a madman. I'm just going to turn towards the shorter zone. But that doesn't matter.
Okay, fair enough, yeah.
All right. We'll just continue. Right face. About. About is an incomplete face. I did not say about face, I only said about. Left face. So you're typing, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine, no worries. Left. Right face. About face. Left face. Jump face. Front.
Okay.
About face. All right, good. We'll move on into 2 squads, actually. We'll do some small formations. The basic ones that we have in the CPs are going to be single rank, double rank, single column, double column. I presume that everyone knows what they are. Otherwise, you can also find them in the handbook later on. Very good.
So
as-
we're wait a second. We're cutting
Yeah.
the people up middle. So okay, move a bit. Let me do the maths.
Well, it's fine. It might be best for me to quickly explain, make sure that we have all of the what you call it, all of the
Oh yeah,
formations
just
that
include
everyone
the
knows them.
formations. Then we're gonna divide you
Exactly.
into 2 groups, so it's easier to do formations since
Precisely.
you don't have enough space.
So so we have single column, double column, single rank, double rank. You're currently in a double rank, but we also have a prisoner diamond. Given that we are, after all, a police force, we did think that a prisoner diamond could be interesting, but of course, it's just an option. We won't be dealing with ranking order because we are a police force. It's not going to be as strict as in military RP. It's just meant to be efficient, organizing yourself as quickly as possible. We're supposed to be unified in that sense. So
yeah, let's
therefore,
not forget that the
during all
CPs were basically just an up-jumped militia in the sense, so you won't be having advanced formations or ranking order or all of that cancer. The faces are going to be very seldomly used, and you won't have, the cancerous 20 face lines like in Star Wars. It's going to be a matter of you just need to know the basic stuff so that you can work as an actual, I guess, somewhat military group, so that we can, for example, we can line you up to talk to you and stuff like that, and we can line you up to walk somewhere in a line, in a column, stuff like that. So yeah.
All right, people in the middle, let me check. So the people from
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Winter. So people from here, right? So from here towards here, right? You're gonna be squad alpha, and you're gonna be people from here to here. You're gonna be squad delta. Now, squad alpha, can you please do a left face, including you? Oh yeah, wait, Worm isn't part of it. You guys are gonna be 9. Just move forward, move forward a bit, like.
User disconnected from your channel.
Move forward, squad beta, like just a bit.
Oh, this was alpha, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah,
Just walk
sorry.
towards me. Walk towards me.
Good.
There we go. All right, you can
Okay,
hold in front of
stop.
me. Thank you. Okay, so
User in your channel
alpha.
timed out.
Yeah, we'll do some formations now. Sin, would you mind?
Fill this gap over here.
Like, were we doing them one by one?
Yeah,
we can
no,
do
we'll do
both
them
at the
one
same time actually, because both need to be doing their formation.
Right face.
User joined your channel.
Yep, it'll be everyone. It's fine.
Not with the people who didn't
No,
do it
no, it's
yet.
fine. It's fine. Everyone can do it. It's fine.
Okay. Okay, so
beta front face.
So
Alright.
Winter, wait a second. Let me pull you off for a second.
Okay.
User was moved out of your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel.
Okay, so Winter is gonna be giving them orders. I'm gonna be acting as, I guess, the would-be officer of, like, commanding officer of Alpha, so that we have enough space to do the formations. Go ahead, Winter.
Alright, gentlemen, I would firstly like to see a double column on me. For squad beta, that is, and for squad alpha, you may do it on Sin. A double column. Alright, taking some time, I see. Alright, good. Could everyone please do a single column? Damn,
I think I
actually
have more people
fits.
from the Orpo.
No.
No.
Okay. Seems to be fine so far. Could I please get a single rank on my left shoulder?
Make it a bit more straight. It's kind of bad right now.
Again, it's supposed to be as fit as possible, but it's not horrible. Like you're,
Yeah, no,
you're practically a militia that goes around beating up vulnerable civilians.
Minorities.
Change this into a double rank on my left shoulder.
Don't forget in a double rank you're supposed to be behind me as well.
Okay, it went horribly wrong.
I see 3 ranks over there, not 2, sadly.
People from Star Wars.
We don't do ranks in Star Wars.
Yeah,
Yes, you
no, we
do.
don't.
I mean, yeah.
Well, it's basically just like imagine a double column, but
You can look
just
at each other,
basically-
boys. Look at each
So
other.
imagine you do a double column, but then you do like a left face.
Well, no, because a double column has a gap in the middle.
So we just did a single rank, which is like a line on my left shoulder. So a double rank would be 2 lines.
Yeah, but does the second line go in front or behind you?
Just think
Behind.
of it,
It would be
this
behind. Yeah.
The officer always stays in the front. Unless
Just
it
think-
states otherwise, you should be able to, basically the second line should be behind the commanding officer.
Yep.
Okay, so those at the front need to.
Don't
fill in
worry,
and
it's not as if
extend.
you're being judged on this. It's just
I
like
mean,
casual getting into it.
Let's do some faces as well now.
User joined your channel.
After that, they managed to finish the column over there. It's not really
yeah.
straight. Okay, so there are lines. Okay, right face. About face. Right face. Okay.
All right, neat.
So those are practically all the formations we're gonna be using.
We'll just let me check. If everyone could do a right face, I think it'll be time for us to move into the Nexus if you agree, Grayson. We'll be starting some of the basic, like the trainings area. I'll give you a quick tour of the entire area as well, and especially just because these are going to be like your bunks in a sense.
Okay, we're gonna be taking the right elevator one group at a time.
User joined your channel.
Yep. I hope everyone will fit in. We'll see. But okay, so could Squad Beta please march alongside with me? So march in 3, 2, 1.
User joined your channel.
Okay, Squad Alpha, move, march in 3, 2, 1.
Let's try to fit this in the best way possible, gentlemen.
Okay, halt.
The elevator.
Yeah, try to stand
Tell me when you
stand on
manage to get all of the people downstairs.
Yeah, we're trying.
Okay, Magnus is dobra.
User left your channel.
Alright, you may move out.
Okay, PTS granted to 205.
Yeah, I think we forgot the prisoner diamond.
Well, that's
it's
more
not
the specialized
necessary,
one
really.
for
It's
now.
like, I mean,
Okay.
prisoner diamond basically just, I mean, it's, we won't really be using it that much. Did you get a lot of people downstairs? A lot of people downstairs?
We'll move everything into a single column.
Okay,
only.
march
Single
in
column
3,
only, please.
2, 1, march.
Alright, so everyone over here is fine, very good.
Okay, you can break formation now since it's...
We'll wait until the others
Okay,
are there.
don't overfill the elevator. Actually, I think we can get everyone in.
Yeah, you can just
If
jump.
everyone gets-
Yeah,
if
just
everyone
jump
gets
on
in,
your
we
head,
can
yeah.
get
Jump
on
on each
it.
other's heads.
Yeah.
Fit on the elevator, the glass thing in the middle.
Get onto the glass, not the edge, or you'll stay up.
Yeah, I mean, you can just... Yeah, start the elevator. I mean, the people who are gonna stay up, they can just jump down afterwards. Jump.
This is funny.
Yeah.
Welcome into the
Just line
Nexus,
up with the
gentlemen.
rest of them.
Yep, just I mean, it's
Magnus,
best.
there's no space.
I mean, I can just already start marching. It's fine.
Or you do a double column.
User left your channel.
Double column is sometimes difficult. Yeah, exactly. Okay, gentlemen,
the doors
if
are
you
one-man
see
doors.
the first part. These are the jails. So this is the area where the jury will be most active. Jury will also be active
Okay,
further
if someone
ahead,
break
though.
formation, because there isn't enough space for everyone to stay in a line. Just break formation,
Yeah.
try to stay, you know, around that officer.
You can have a look around as well, it's fine. So, when we move on over here, I will show you more of the area of the jury actually first.
Boys, follow the rest of the group. Come on.
User joined your channel.
So those
this is
that's
just
also
one.
what, like,
This is
jail
probably
cells.
going to be our storage
Wait
room.
a second, Magnus. Just so
Yep.
the thing that just those blue rooms are like kind of like the jail cells. Jerry will be dealing with actually keeping people in jail and all of that, and not you guys. Just so you know, there won't be an actual arrest system. All of it will be role played. So Jerry's actually going to be dealing with that.
Yeah,
now,
you're
over
responsible for it.
On the left over here, if you come a bit behind, is the mess hall. Now, let's just get this done. So this is gonna be where you're gonna be actually eating most likely. And this is where the rations for you guys are gonna be taken, because you're not gonna be getting your rations from the same place. There's probably gonna be certain times where you're gonna be eating in groups, so that we can go out, move out in patrols in a more organized manner. Don't go that way yet. Wanna go there? Okay, let's continue
On the
to where
left,
Winter
wait,
was going.
so you guys saw that in the front of the Nexus you had 2 entrances, so when you enter over here, that is where the other elevator is.
Yeah, I mean, if you go up here, there's basically just another elevator. This is the second entrance.
So that's the second entrance on the left side when you arrive at the Nexus, basically.
Yeah, let's continue.
Yep, we'll move towards the jury area, because we have some interesting aspects to show over there as well. So as we just saw, the jails are important for jury, however, we also have a torturing room, which you will find on your left.
Enhanced interrogation room. We wouldn't torture the people. You can go in there, take turns. I mean, there's actual stuff that you can click and stuff happens like that one. And this is gonna be. This is also gonna be used sometimes, most likely by the research part of Civil Workers Union, but
people
not
who
really
say
too often.
people who say Big Chungus isn't funny belong here.
In case you are wondering, no, it does not go.
Now over here, you have all of the buttons that are to make announcements. Please don't press them right now. We're trying to, talk, but you can have a look inside.
Don't
Over
touch
there.
any of them yet.
Yeah,
no, I'm
please
not gonna
don't press
touch them.
them.
They look cool, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna touch one just so you know how the guy is gonna sound like. Don't. Okay, everyone behind this line. Everyone behind this line.
Alright.
Go back.
And then I'll move on towards the other interrogation rooms.
Wait, Magnus, wait for the rest.
Yeah, I'll wait, it's fine.
Go back. Come on.
We'll wait over here. So this is also one of the
Close the door.
interrogation rooms. You can review it over here. This is the viewing area, basically. So as we can see,
this
the
turns
white,
so far.
the white room is like an interrogation room, and on the left side you see 2 cells, which basically are used to hold or to
Those
possibly
are
execute.
basically. Amputation means execution.
User
Yeah.
disconnected from your channel.
Obviously, those are those are just gonna be used by by judge, because judge are the ones who actually deal with handing out punishments, amputating, putting people in jail.
That one is just to kill them, basically. The other one is like a room with fire, as you saw. So you can look, as you can see
Wait,
over here.
what
Okay,
was the white
continue
room?
down here. You see me flying? Go down there.
The white room is an interrogation room as well. So if everyone
It's
moves...
again, we're not gonna be able to show all of the pictures of the white room to everyone. You can go in single
Yeah.
player. Don't go back. Go
It's fine,
forward.
it's fine.
Where the fuck is forward, sir?
It's hard to
Behind
tell
you.
who's who.
That's forward over here through this door.
Yep, and now
We
we
probably
are back at
should
the
have
jails.
into 2 batches. Don't go into the fucking fire. Come on. Come on. Behind you.
Oh, there's the back of the jail cells, I see.
Yeah, now we're back at the jail
Barney.
cells. So this is like an additional area. It's like a big square in a sense
Go.
to help you guys get oriented around. That's the primary essential when it comes to our entire orientation. However, if we
Also,
go
wait, very
one...
important. Remember what numbers you have, because after this we're gonna put them on the spreadsheet. Those are gonna be your final numbers. that
No,
you're
don't
gonna
worry.
have
Like,
in several
at the end of this, I'll also be sending you guys an inquiry where you'll be filling in your final name, basically. So that'll
your
happen.
your numbers and the out of character, and what you want to be referred to out of character.
Yep. So now I think it'll be good to go to one layer lower. So we'll go into the elevator. It's not the same elevator, actually.
Yeah, basically this is the area where you're gonna be hanging most of the time. That you've just been in. These are jail cells, the mess hall, you know, the interrogation room. This is where you're gonna be conducting most of your actions. Though we can go one layer lower. Let's make sure that everyone is here.
Alright, fill in. Alright, once you get inside the room,
Just
move to
go
the
into
sides.
the because I doubt that. Yeah, we have
Yeah, just get on the glass, guys. Just fill into the room when you can.
Maybe we should wait on everyone instead of.
Yeah, just wait for everyone.
It's fine. It's fine.
Actually, you can just show them this area. This is gonna be the breaching and entry stuff.
So down here we'll be viewing all of the training areas.
Oh,
so
yeah,
there are
wait.
2 main rooms. On the left we have our beautiful firing ranges.
That's alright.
Which we'll be practicing with in a bit. And on the right side we have a breaching training. So as you can see we have one for long distance and we have one for accuracy. Over here. Accuracy and speed. We'll be practicing with that in a bit actually. So you guys can also have a look at the breaching area if you like. It's fun to explore it for now. You can go up here to overview the entire breaching area.
Yes, the guns. Okay, so very important question. So how the weapons are gonna work? So because everyone realizes that. Stop shooting for that so you can hear me. There's obviously. So the issue with the weapons is that the Half-Life weapons are very bad models because they're from a game from like fucking 1990. So what we're gonna do is basically, I mean, let's be honest, the SMG is basically an MP7. So we're just gonna get an actual MP7, which looks exactly like the SMG but has a better model. No, not Titanfall. Titanfall is a fucking meme. It is not actually happening. So the SMG is an MP7. We're gonna get an actual MP7 from a different gun pack, which is gonna look exactly like this SMG but a better version of it, right? Then, you know, the shotgun that people... I mean, the shotgun you guys won't use it anyway, so it doesn't matter for you guys. The pistol... Now, the pistol that we currently have, we're gonna find its current version as a pistol in real life. If it doesn't exist, we're just gonna get something that looks like it. Or just a normal pistol, like an HK or something like that. Yeah, USB for example. Like, we're just gonna be getting a basic pistol. They will be, again, they will look like normal human weapons because that's what the CPs had. Now, as for the OTA, for the people who care, we are gonna have actual OTA weapons. There's gonna be basically just a rifle, a shotgun, and a heavy machine gun for now because that's all we could find. But those, no, OTA is needed. We need VIP for OTA. But those weapons that we found, we made sure that the models look very good. Now, because the pulse rifle is an HD version of the pulse rifle, and the pulse rifle itself looks pretty good, anyways. The heavy machine gun is an edited version of the pulse rifle that looks bigger and better, basically, and it's actually pretty HD. And the shotgun is just, I guess, a combined shotgun. I mean, it's not much I can say about it.
What about demonstrating?
We won't be using now the shotgun that Combine usually uses is a SPAS 12. Now we won't be giving them an actual SPAS 12. We will be giving them an actual OTA looking like Combine technology enhanced shotgun.
Listen, can I show off the weapons that you mentioned about?
We can do that.
You can actually we can show them the actual weapons for the OTA. So the thing that you can look at the guide upstairs, that's a shotgun. Shoot it at the wall.
That's an arrow for me.
Well, of course it is. Can anyone actually see that?
I can down as well.
It's just pointing down. Not
I can see it.
All right. Alright. We'll move into
What's the
next
weapon
room
pack?
to the
firing range.
There isn't a weapon pack. There's multiple standalone weapons. We're gonna be making kind of our own weapon base.
Alright, everyone can make
like
like a horseshoe around me so you can see and I can demonstrate the weapons to you.
Actually, we don't. The only weapon that we're using from that pack is the shotgun. The other ones are from other packs that I don't think are on the server right now.
Okay, fair enough, understood. Yeah, so this is the pulse scattergun. It is essentially an AA-12 but with pulse ammunition. It's very fun to see.
Yeah. As for the, no, we didn't add actual machine gun and the rifle. Though, again, you will see them next time, basically.
What is the
we haven't done we can't give you the damage because we haven't done the balancing. We haven't thought of how much HP people are gonna get, how much armor, how much damage, so on. The balancing is gonna be done at a later stage.
And the reasoning for that also is because our primary goal right now is to ensure the balance within the role-playing and within all factions, given that in a sense, of course, like as CPs and as OTA, combat will be involved, but especially as civilians, keep in mind that if you die, it has consequences. You will lose, for example, money or inventory or other things that you were carrying. Therefore, randomly killing people or killing people that easily, it won't be that easy anyway. And it's the same as a resistance member, for example. As a resistance, it's not as if you're going to be spawning with a great MG, whatever, and you're just going to do /raid, let's go. It's meant to have impact whatever you do, and you could actually risk losing a lot if you do happen to go lower in loyalty points, as well as joining resistance or lambda. That is why being lambda is going to be an actual challenge.
For the kind of basically, obviously there are advantages to being part of the resistance and advantages to being a loyalist. Now, the idea is that PKs won't be very common, though they will happen. So if you get a very low amount of loyalty points, you will eventually get PK'd, like actually properly amputated, because you know while it won't be like a Half-Life roleplay where if you Half-Life 2 RP where if someone catches you with a weapon that's a character gun. It's gonna take way more than that, but eventually, if you like, again, even resistance will have to find ways to get loyalty points and not be like a complete Dundee citizen. And whenever someone dies, they're gonna lose an amount of of money, and they will lose some items from their inventory. Now you won't be losing your entire inventory, but there will be random items from your inventory that you're gonna lose. So it's a matter of dying will have a big impact on your character.
Yes, and that is why, for example, being in Lambda will also be a lot more than just being a regular resistance. They are going to eventually have things like specializations where they are able to craft and continue crafting for a while because their inventory will last for
Lambda
several...
basically is gonna be as organized as the civil protection. They are gonna be an actual organized resistance cell that people have to get whitelisted to, that people get trained into, that people get their activity I guess, monitored. Like people in Lambda are gonna be taking the RP as serious as possible, and they will doing actual resistance. While the basic resistance, you can expect them to do the basic dark RP stuff, like just trying to find, to raid something or attack CPs or try to kidnap someone and so on. And they're probably gonna fail because they're gonna be way more better than the resistance on the other servers. The Lambdas are actually gonna have organized plans that are
It's going to last days,
like
actually.
they are gonna be planning their attacks. They are gonna be connected. They are gonna be again. It's gonna be a matter of Lambda. It's gonna be the biggest threat to CPs, not because of weapons, but because they're actually organized. That's why the CPs have to be somewhat organized in a military fashion, more than just focusing on roleplay. Because there's gonna be a way bigger combat aspect in this server than on the other servers.
Yeah, they'll be basically able to, for example, if you have scouts, they'll be going around in the city, making sure maybe handpicking new people, but also having a look at what the CPs are doing, as well as specialists who are crafting. This crafting could actually last for a while, if they keep crafting and preparing for a certain attack or a certain thing that will be acting out. That is when, after a couple of days, you could actually plan it properly and have proper impact rather than just doing a PD raid, for example.
You have to keep in mind that everything in the game is craftable, so they can craft stuff like mines. Also, you have to keep in mind that the skill system is going to allow them to, if they develop certain skills enough, they are going to have access to do stuff like, hacking terminals and fucking them up, so Grid has to come and fix them. So there is gonna, eventually they are gonna have, the skill necessary to lockpick a vehicle. Now there's gonna be like very rarely vehicles on the server, but when they are, they're probably gonna get targeted by the Lambda. They're gonna be very hard to take, but they can be taken. So it's a matter of you can expect like diversion attacks, connected attacks, simultaneous attacks in different places. Like again, diverting, getting the CPs into one place so they can go into different places and achieve their goals. Like it is a matter of they are going to be very well organized at Lambda. And they might use the normal resistance as well, as I guess, cannon fodder.
666, you had a PTS?
Will the resistance be able to dress as us? Like, disguises?
They can fight. There are going to be ways to get uniforms from CP uniforms, but it's going to be harder than just killing a CP. Like it is going to take a long time to get one, but yes, they can find a CP. They can manage to get a CP uniform.
Yep, it's possible.
It's not gonna be
Thank
these
you.
guys, quote unquote. Like clothing is gonna work as I'm sensing if you actually have the item and you put it on you and you wear it, and that's how your clothing works. So it's gonna be a matter of yes, they can find they can get CP uniforms. But it's gonna be a matter of it is gonna be visible basically that they are not actual CPs. Okay, so this has been the tour, I guess. Do you want to do anything else, Winter?
I mean, I think it could be possible that we just have a quick look at people shooting and breaching if they want, as part of the training. But it depends on what you guys are into right now. What we could also do is move on to like a tour of the map as well. Well, yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about that. But
I mean, a fast tour of the map would be okay.
Yeah.
But not like in a version we just did now, or else it's going to take like for another 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I always
have
have
to
to
go
post my name.
I need to go through.
Because I just got in.
Can you are the documents going to be put in the Discord? Yeah.
For now, well, okay, let's just go
Yeah,
back
yeah,
to the main yard.
Don't
We're
worry.
gonna be getting people's number. We're gonna be giving people the forms, and after they fill them, people can disconnect. And the ones who want to stay, we're gonna be showing them the rest of the map, and so on.
I'll be
People
putting
can leave
the,
afterwards, but for now we need to get everyone's
yeah.
number, so go upstairs. Come on.
I'll be putting the basic information in the
Oh,
Discord
this
right
is Win.
now.
He's AFK. I'm just gonna pick him up and take him with me.
Can you bring Star?
Why don't I just bring everyone? Just me.
Actually, just bring everyone.
Whoever's on top of someone's head, John.
There we go. Everyone just okay, you see me over here jumping, form up a single line on my right. A single
don't
rank
see
on my
you
right.
jumping.
Come on, guys, it's not a single line.
Single rank on my right. That's my left. Whoever's
User in your
there.
channel timed out.
No, rest in
Straight
peace,
enough
Worm, he's
over
getting
here,
DDoSed.
guys. Make it straight. Try step off the ledge, basically.
This is far more nice looking
just-
than I anticipated.
Yes.
Oh, I pressed tab and now I can't
The entire
do
idea of
anything.
this game mode is gonna
Nice.
look way better than like the average Half-Life game mode is based entirely on roleplay, not on actual looks. That's the win his AFK. The idea of this game mode is that's
User
actually
joined
gonna
your
look
channel.
better than the average,
User entered your
2015
channel.
Dark RP server or so on.
I'm
Okay,
getting first
you two guys
S5
have to step off the
looking at
ledge.
this.
There we go. Winter, give them the.
Yeah, I'm doing it in the group chat as well.
Okay, so basically, after you finish it, you're gonna line up. I'm gonna put a red line. You either leave. I mean, if you want to leave after you finish completing that thing, or you line up on this red line that I'm gonna be putting here.
Where is it being put? Not that. That's just an image.
Yeah, because links don't work in game right now. So at the end of
Okay.
it, you guys are able to see that there is an inquiry. I would ask for all of you to please fill in that inquiry because it allows me to write down your names, as well as to keep an eye out on for what you guys are like, what you guys will, if you have any ideas and suggestions.
Wait, where is the link?
It's in the CP Discord.
Oh, Discord, okay.
Oh, in the Discord. We want to put it in the TeamSpeak. Training document.
Again, make sure
User
that the
joined your
numbers you put
channel.
there are the numbers you really wanna have. I mean, it's not like it's a big deal, and make sure that your out of character name, like you can put anything in there. Basically, that's gonna be what we're actually gonna be referring
User
to you on
disconnected
TeamSpeak and
from your
stuff.
channel.
Because I don't want to have to remember the numbers of like 50 people. Oh yeah, and we actually have the rooms that you can like. For example, this drone over here. I'm pretty sure it's being driven by someone, right?
It's probably Worm.
I think it's
Yeah,
Worm,
take 2 pictures. Yeah, no, we're actually like basically you're actually gonna be able to drive manhacks or drones if you join and like if you join grid.
Okay, quick little thing I want to notify people of. Don't get in drones when other people are flying them, because the person who was locked in that drone ends up getting glitched out.
Yeah, don't click E on the drones, basically.
I am now stuck in the abyss.
When the
I'll
server's
show
up,
you
you're
the
not gonna be
basics.
able to go into the things if someone else is already inside of them. Right now, it's like it's a very beta version of them just to see if theoretically they work.
So as you see in the handbook, as well as code of conduct and everything, it's meant to be the basics that we have set up right now. The further the server will be shaped, the more that we were able to shape our own handbooks as well. But that is why it is important for you guys to also please suggest things within the inquiry as well. Just take your time doing it. You don't have to do it very quickly right now. There's no time limit on it or something in terms of, oh, if I do it now, then I might be considered more easily. No, I would rather have you write something solid rather than just hurriedly finish it off. Okay? We're kind of, in a way, putting we're the foundation of the CPs and of the entirety of the server, and therefore I would like for all of us to take care of that and to put some effort into it as well. 143, yes, PTS granted.
Yeah, about the strength and weaknesses, is more like physical strength and weaknesses, like, I don't know, like,
No, more so, for example, oh, my strength is leadership, my weakness is I'm stubborn, something like that.
What do you think you would be helpful at? I mean, are you good at leadership? Are you simply very good at fighting, or are you good at doing medical RP? Like, what do you think you're good at? Now, while you're completing this before people start leaving, now there's gonna be 2 major trainings. So the one from today, and there's gonna be one on Friday at 7 p.m. where we're gonna expect everyone to be there. However, every day there's gonna be a training if people want to come to them at around between 6 and 7. It's gonna start. We're gonna announce it every day. Now, obviously, it's important. Like, we want to look for people who are dedicated. So if you wanna come, you can come. If you don't wanna come, you don't have to come. But you have to come at the one on Friday, basically. Barney, yes. PTS granted.
Can we propose other divisions that those that are listed? Because
Yeah, you
there's
can
a,
suggest
there's
other
a
divisions
space.
besides Union, Greed, Judge, and Helix.
Bro, but like give description though.
Yeah, just like say what it is. I mean, we know the other divisions generally, but I mean, those are the essential ones. We actually have an extra model for City 24 for a new division.
Wait, where's the line?
It's not like, it's just, I think it's not actually like, it doesn't actually have like the other models, right? They have Union, Judge, Helix, and Grid inside of their name. That one doesn't. It's again probably just fantasy, like fan fiction. But let's be honest, 90% of Half-Life 2 roleplay is just fan fiction. So we can use it for basically another division. So we can add an extra division for civil protection in the future, or even now, if it's a very good suggestion. Though keep in mind, like 80% of CPs should be Union, so we don't want to have way too many specializations that are not necessarily useful. Okay, so after you finish completing the
Well, they don't have to do it right now. It's fine. It's just part of it. But Pluto, you still at PTS?
Okay, Riku, so if you finish doing that, no, like I want them to finish that now so we can put the numbers afterwards.
Well, no, they can do it eventually anyway. I can log anyone even tomorrow or the day after. They rather have to do it properly.
Well, that's generic because that's how it's supposed to be. I mean, how else are you gonna be able to tell who's from what? No, like you're gonna have your division in your name. Okay, so when you're done with finishing that form, and make sure you do it today. Ideally, I mean, if you don't want to give any feedback or whatever, just put nothing inside of it, or put a bunch of lines if it's a necessary thing. Afterwards, move over to this line over here where I'm jumping, or disconnect if you wanna disconnect. The people who don't want to disconnect, we're gonna go show them around the city and do some more training afterwards. So the training is practically over right now. We're just gonna be showing people around the city. You can take the map in single player and look at it as well, but it's a very big map, so it's gonna be hard.
What about the training that was apparently said?
So there's gonna be a training every single day at 6 to 7 p.m. But the only mandatory training in a sense is gonna be on Friday at 7 p.m. This Friday at 7 p.m.
There's no training after the city thing.
Oh yeah, no, we are gonna be doing some basic breaching. Like, we're gonna ask people if there's people who are left who want to do more training. We're gonna do some more training.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Don't worry, those because I was actually gonna be on the server. It's just a fucking joke.
They don't
Oh,
work with
oh
Dark RP,
dear.
so we have to get rid of them.
I hope that's meant to be a lambda. Okay, yeah, it's meant to be a lambda.
Yeah, of course it is, man.
I thought you were trying to draw someone else in.
Nah, man, it's a Lambda.
Okay, Winter, I'm gonna be AFK for like 10 minutes, so you can start the turn without me.
Yeah, it's fine.
Before you start, just you know, show them around the Civil Workers Union building and the slums before I come.
Yeah. Yep.
And then we can show the rest of it together. So yeah, just show them around the Civil Workers Union and the slums. Also, don't go into the sewers first, because we don't want to lose half of the players.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, no, like the
Right.
idea is the sewers are practically like 5 times bigger than this map, so like you can genuinely get lost inside of them.
Yep. It's I haven't
Personally,
been
I
able to
get
get out of it
get
without
lost
noticing.
in the map while no clipping. I will be honest with you.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So for those people that are currently available, as I said, just take your time in making it. You don't have to finish it right now. Other people that are currently interested in the tour.
Yes, there is lots of people who are currently lined up, Winter.
Yeah, okay, great. For the people that are still busy writing things down, take your time. I would be happy to come in a bit again. So if you don't feel like doing any tour,
boys.
yeah, that's like if you don't feel like joining the tour or whatever, it's fine. I'll be explaining the sectors that we've established as well. Yeah, you can log off if you want to, basically. It's all entirely up to you. Alright, so for everyone who'd like to follow me, if people were writing, just message me when you're done, then I'll just bring you, alright?